Since you left me, nothing has been the same. There's no time for regrets, but I remember how I slept in your chest. I want to forget you, take a breath and leave you away. But it's not that easy, 'cause you make me miss you again. If you want, just come. If you want, just come. Don't leave me again. Leave me again. If you want, just come. If you want, just come. Don't leave me again. Leave me again. There's no time for regrets, but I remember how I slept in your chest. I want to forget you, take a breath and leave you away. But it's not that easy, 'cause you make me miss you again. If you want, just come. If you want, just come. Don't leave me again. Leave me again. If you want, just come. If you want, just
Try to be honest, not good at letting down my guard. I really want it before you.
That's on me, other I didn't call it.
Sorry. You got till 8:30. That's it.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with GEC NASCAR. We're going to be out here at Daytona today with the Truck Series, StreetLimit Truck Series, that is, and we are going to have an amazing race. These guys are putting in a lot of practice, and we're hoping these guys can keep it all together for the end of this race. Right now, it looks like we have Hanneman and Barrow up in the booth, including myself. Guys, what are we expecting for tonight? Or Cochran's up here. Hanneman, I didn't even know Cochran showed up. Cochran, what's going on, brother?
Not too much. How you doing?
Just getting into it and seeing what we can do out here tonight at Daytona. Got a lot of competition out here right now, and we're hoping to maybe see a couple more trickle in before the end of the race, or end of the practice and into the qualifying. But what are we expecting to see for tonight, guys?
Daytona is always exciting. Drafting, pushing, bumping. You're going to be working with your teammates. You might be working with somebody else, too, if you get desperate at the end.
Well, we all get desperate at the end here at Daytona or Talladega, but I definitely agree with that. We're going to go ahead and do Who's Your Pick and then bring a couple interviews. All right, so we'll start with Mr. Barrow tonight. Barrow, we got 15 on the field right as we speak. Who's your pick?
I think I'm gonna go with Gallman on this one.
Gallman? Gallman is definitely going to be a good pick, obviously, just because of his wins alone. But any particular reason?
I think he's gonna be good at the draft, and he's also gonna be good at probably trying to keep his nose clean and strategize to make it to the end.
Well,
I think he's gonna be probably one of the better ones at that tonight.
Up until this point, Barrow, you have had more successful picks than any other broadcaster, so I believe you could be right on that one.
That's right. That's right.
Hanneman, who's your pick?
Oh man, there's a lot of good drivers out there. We had a lot of good drivers out in the practice races throughout this week, and I don't even know who to pick. I kind of want to say Kiernan. Kiernan's shown some incredible just knowledge for the track and what he's been trying to do and stuff like that last little bit, and asking me a lot of questions, and throughout the practice race last night as well. He was doing pretty good at holding that line, so I think Kiernan, you're going to see him in the top 3 and hopefully win tonight.
Well, and again, Kiernan definitely has that speed to get up there, and we have seen him up front before. Unfortunately, I don't think I've seen him in the winner's circle this season, correct?
He has not been there yet, no, but I think tonight is the night.
Well, we'll see what the 51 has after tonight. We'll go ahead. Cochran, who you got out there to take it out?
Well, I'm going to try to recover from my last pick. I picked the 00 Laughing Llama truck a couple races ago. He wasn't even in the race. So I'm going to take him tonight because I think he owes me one for me picking him, and I owe him one for not noticing he wasn't there. So hopefully we can come through for each other.
Well, we're looking forward to that tonight, especially with the competition out there. Like I'd said, it is going to be a difficult one. What kind of strategy do you think is going to come into pits for him? Or obviously, with a rolling stage, we could see a couple of them. But what do you think he's going to do? Early, late?
I don't know. I think you just got to come with at least 1 or 2 other trucks. So it's you might not have your choice. You might just be waiting to see who else is gonna pit when, and I think that's going to be the secret to this. If we get a long green flag run like we can get here at Daytona, then it's going to be which group gets in and out of the pits the fastest, not necessarily which person.
You're not wrong, and it's who you come out of them pits with, because whoever gets those penalties coming in or out is going to be a problem as well.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It's about who you come out with and who you're grouped in there with at the end of the race. It's going to be huge.
I do want to
go ahead.
Wait, has everyone picked who's their driver?
No, I have not. Tonight? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go with one of our newer drivers, the 99 of Justin Potts. I think he's gonna go out there and he's gonna smash it out of the park. I really got high hopes for him, and he's really fast for last race. So we'll see what he can go out there and do. So out of that, who do you guys want to pull up?
Well, before we pull anybody up, I want to talk about the standings. Since we have a change in our standings with Eller now taking the 10th spot from before Texas there, as we had a little bit of a change up and whatnot. So standings go for our top 10 playoff drivers right now. You have Gallman leading, Chad Ashley in second, Scotty Yancey in third, Josh Eller and Walter Sayedick tied for fourth. Jacob Hughes in 6th. Troy Hagedorn and Kyle Simmons in 7th. Tied for 7th. Aaron Yancey in 9th and Brad Wilson in 10th. That's our top 10.
And there is so much competition in that top 10.
Like, Gallman is 30 points ahead of P2, but then from P2 to P6, they are less than 10 points. Sorry, from P2 to P8. So the two drivers are tied for P7 right now. They are less than 10 points away from each other in standings.
And that is
Podium's
not
wide open.
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
So there's a lot of racing left.
out of who we got communication with, who you guys want to pull up?
I think you should pull up Walt.
All right,
See what he has to say. Let him in
I'm down with
since he's
that.
here. And he got picked this time.
We have the 00 in the booth. Jamie and the boys, you got a copy?
Yeah, I do. How you guys doing?
Oh man, we're doing really well. We're just up here watching this craziness unfold in the practice out here, but really looking forward to seeing what you guys can pull off here at Daytona. What are your expectations tonight, Walt? And we've been rooting for you up here to get that first win, man.
Yeah, hopefully nobody picked me tonight. No, I mean, it's going to be a wild one tonight for sure.
It was very late, but it's all good. That's why it's fine.
Well, is it going to come down to what kind of strategies are you going to come into play? But go ahead, Cochran. Sorry.
I was just gonna say I did go ahead and pick you just because the last time I picked you, you weren't able to start the race.
What?
And so I figure I owe you one and you owe me one, and we're gonna come through for each other tonight.
All right, that sounds like a fair deal.
Well, I didn't want to put any pressure, but we're going to go ahead and just pick your brain about maybe what kind of field strategy you might have tonight if it does go green, and maybe somebody you might be working with tonight to possibly get you out front.
Whoever can get me there. Yeah, as far as the strategy, I mean, it's going to be close on fuel to try, if it stays green, to try to make that halfway mark. I think it can be done. It's just going to take everybody backing off a little bit. If the race pace runs full out, it's going to be tough. So definitely going to have to be back in the pack a little bit and take advantage of the draft and try to get there.
Well, as always, Walt, we look forward to seeing you out on the track, man. Like I said, we've been rooting for you this season. Just hoping that you can get out there and get your first win. You put a lot of effort into helping GEC StreetLimit with all the amazing skins and stuff you do with Laughing Llama Wraps, and we appreciate you. And hopefully, we see you in the winner's circle tonight.
All right, thank you, and thanks for everything you guys do in the broadcast. They've, from where they started the year to where they are now, they're awesome. So we'll try to give you guys a good show tonight.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much once again, Walt, and good luck.
All right,
I got one more question while you're here.
Sure.
I feel like we either avoid or butcher your last name. So you tell us right now. How do you say it? And we're gonna remember.
It's Sahadak, just like it's spelled.
Haydak.
The Haydak.
Haydak. Yep.
I've been saying that wrong for months. Oh my gosh.
Got it.
No problem. Have a good one, guys.
10-4. Were you down there by yourself or in the channel with somebody?
I was down there by myself, but you can throw me just in the lobby. That's fine.
I got you, buddy. All right, the 00 out there doing the best he can to see if he can capture a win this season and work his way into that glorious Daytona winner's circle. All right, we got enough time for maybe one more, guys. Anybody in mind you want to hear from before this gets started? Maybe Eller, the new playoff driver?
Yeah, why not? Oh, Lord.
Oh, man. Well, we have Eller up in the booth with us right now. 69. Jamie and the guys, you got a copy?
I'm here.
Hey, buddy. So we were just talking about you being a brand new driver coming into the playoffs, thinking what kind of mess did you get yourself into with all this pressure out there? First race out there, and looking forward to seeing what you got. Well, what's on your mind?
I'm pretty nervous about it for sure. Initially, I didn't make it into the playoffs by points or anything, but luck came in my favor whenever somebody else ahead of me had to drop out, so I slipped in. So initially, I was going to participate in the playoffs just for fun, and I'm still only in it for just for fun, but now it's a little bit more serious now that points are involved.
Well, and again, you've put on a lot of pressure all season, and we always look forward to seeing what you have out on the field. Your season didn't get you exactly where you wanted, but here you are. You're in the playoffs, so you're out there fighting for a championship, and, you know, hey, Joey Logano did it. Oh, that's all I'm saying.
There you go. That's right. I'm using this as practice for next season. I'm going to try to be a lot more competitive next season.
Well, and again, man, luck is on your side, and we do appreciate you coming out each and every week and just showing us what kind of talent you got. Thank you so much.
Certainly. I appreciate it.
Awesome, man. Well, we'll see you out on the track.
All right.
Good luck, sir.
Appreciate it.
All right, guys, that was Eller, our new playoff driver. Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Guys, I am sorry. We are back. We are going to get to the green flag here soon. These guys are almost done with the practice. They're going to go into the qualify for almost our last few races of the season. We only have 2 after this, and that's going to be Iowa, I believe. And after Iowa, we are going out to Phoenix to show them what we got. So as you already said, the standings, Hanneman, what do we got? Do you guys have any kind of prediction with how our leader right now is going to do in the next 2 races? Have we heard anything from him?
Sorry, say it one more time there, Griffin. I've got some in my ear there.
No, for our leader Gallman, right? Has he said anything about what he expects for the next 2 races, or you know what he expects out of at like Phoenix at least?
All I know is he's still trying to get better at those tracks and just trying to make sure that he's good to go. I know they were putting in some practice laps this week, but I haven't really had a lot of communication, and I'm not too sure what's going on right now. So I just know that they're racing hard, they're practicing, and they're trying to get ready to win that championship.
Well, in the reason why I'm asking is just to make a clearer picture of the playoffs going into it. Yeah, he may be that far ahead in points, but that, you know, going into the next few races, it could be more of a challenge for him. And looking forward to the championship, obviously, at Phoenix. Phoenix is a very tricky track. We know Gallman has short track skills, and that does come into play at Phoenix. So we're looking forward to seeing what he can do out there.
No, for sure. And I know with all the practice that they are putting in and stuff like that, I know that they're going to be ready to go, and it's going to be one fun playoffs for a lot of these drivers.
All right, guys, that looks like it is over for practice. We are going to be going live here in a moment at Daytona. We also changed a couple things up, so just let me know if there's any issues on the viewer's side, and I'll do my best to correct it on the fly. But we should have no more issues, happily. Well, and as we come into the championship for the Cup Series as well, guys, being Cup Series drivers, obviously a little bit of pressure going into that. Barrow raced a hell of a race for last race out there, leading some laps. We actually thought you were going to take it up until that caution. You know, what was on your mind, Barrow, last race?
Survive.
to survive. I feel that. You got involved in a couple accidents, didn't
early
you?
on. Yeah, and then I had the 4 minutes, and then it was I didn't know if I was going to be able to stay. To I didn't want to go multiple laps down. I knew I went a lap down, but then to get all the repairs done, I just went ahead and used my fast repair to stay from going multiple laps down. And then there at the end, I had to pit. I didn't have enough fuel. I don't know what I didn't conserve. I couldn't conserve enough. So just bad little pit strategy there.
Well, man, one of the best races you've ran this year. Went out there and led a bunch of laps. We were super happy to see that. Everybody in the broadcast was rooting for you. But yeah, we look forward to seeing what you got for the next couple races, man. I'm still looking forward to seeing you go out there and spin around, man. It's been this. I think this would be the only season that you haven't actually taken home a win, or was it last season?
No, this is the only season.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I think it was it Talladega last year?
Hey, well, don't feel bad. It's my only season not taking home a win too. So, but as we come in, Cochran, you're up there. You're in the runnings for the championship. What's your thoughts going into the next couple races?
There's still plenty of time for all three of us to get a win before this one's over, guys. We can knock it out. But yeah, it's all about, I guess, track specialty. I feel like I've had a pretty good record at the short track, so New Hampshire is the closest thing to that of what we got left. So I'm going to try and make it count there, and then after that, I think it's going to be kind of luck of the draw and just staying out of trouble the rest of the year.
I think New Hampshire is going to be a tricky. It's going to be a little crazy.
It is slick. I don't know if you've done much practice yet, but the cars are very loose. Mm-hmm. And they surprise you, and it's you'll be doing just fine, and then you decide, hey, I can go a lane lower. That looks fast down there, and you just turn right around. Not to mention
Pocono and then Atlanta.
Yeah, the pit road exit at New Hampshire is actually really tight and awkward. Right as you get onto the backstretch.
Yes, you got to miss that wall right there and get out kind of quick.
Yeah, I don't even think I own Pocono yet, so that one's going to be a learning curve for me.
Pocono's a lot of fun, especially once you feel the groove, man. It's super easy once you get the groove down.
I did a lot of Pocono in the Xfinity series, and kind of got an idea for where the line may be, but it's a different series, so could be different.
Well, I know either way, it's going to be a really exciting couple races. I think the playoffs for the Cup Series still has 3 races left, actually.
Yeah,
but
New Hampshire, Pocono, and Atlanta.
Yeah, that's right. Super exciting, and I'm really interested to see what that's going to entail for the shakeout of the actual championship, man, because there are a couple races out there. I know Hanneman's the point leader for the Cup Series right now. I don't know how he feels about the next field tracks. If you want to give us some insight, Hanneman.
Give me a second. I will. I gotta give out some ULs.
Yeah, no, you're good, man. We're about to actually cut here in a moment and go to our national anthem, but we do look forward to talking about that here once we come back. Oh, and looks like Hughes went out there at a late lap and took 3rd place. It shakes out right now with Gallman up on the top, which is not surprising. He is very fast at this track. Eller is out there right now in 2nd place. Jacob Hughes in 3rd. Chad Ashley in 4th. Walter Sahai, damn it. We just asked him how to say that too. Sahaydak in 5th, and looks like Handley actually went back down to 6th place, which isn't too bad either. As we know, placement in this is really subject to change very, very quickly. So.
I'm going to step out the booth real quick. I'll be right back.
All right, guys, we are going to go ahead and start with our national anthem, and we will see you guys in a moment.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We're about to go green flag here at Daytona for the first time tonight. 50 laps, 25 is going to be our rolling stage. We're here for a lot of excitement, really fast bumping speed, and we look forward to seeing what these guys can do out here. Track looks like normal, so we're going to not expect anything crazy as far as weather-wise, but who knows what's going to happen out on the track, ladies and gentlemen. 71 at Gallman on the inside. Here we go. 69. Green flag. First lap. Nothing crazy going on yet.
Just getting back to your point there, Griffin. New Hampshire is definitely a very slippery track. Learning some new techniques and strategies I'm able to use, and hopefully we got some clean racing for Thursday night. And Pocono's a very fast-paced track, and I know Atlanta's a 50-50 dice roll. Better go to a casino and bet all in black, but we'll see what happens next 3 races in the Cup Series. That's for sure.
Yeah, Pocono's always going to be the tricky triangle for a reason. And I mean, going out there, you can expect one thing and something totally opposite's about to happen. I love Pocono myself, but that's also the same track that ended Kurt Busch's career. So,
3 wide.
Oh, 3 wide up in the front right there. Gallman down low, 69 in the middle, snaking back and forth. That could be dangerous. And he gets back down low.
Gallman just took that run there. I think that was one of the main things we talked about last night with all the drivers that showed up at the practice race, was to make sure you were consistent in holding that line. We also thought that top line was going to be better tonight. So we'll see what happens with the drivers and where they pick and decide to choose where they want to go tonight. They got roughly 22 laps of fuel in the tanks as well.
As we don't expect too much craziness right here in the beginning of the race, it's not unexpected to have somebody just push a little bit too hard. You do have a little bit of pushing going on between the 69 and the 71, but that seems pretty straightforward. He keeps going down a little bit, but man, these guys are really pushing it out there.
Now you know that's what we thought at Michigan too, right?
Yeah, yeah, that is very, very true. That is very, very true. Oh, that was a crazy move that back there by one of our TBH or our THD drivers. For the most part, it's pretty straightforward. These guys are doing a really good job of keeping it in line.
Yeah, they seem to be pretty content to keep it too wide, with the exception of Gallman there taking the lead. I wonder how long it'll take before somebody thinks 3 wide's a better idea.
Well, and as we've seen in the Cup Series several times, we've seen 3 wide, 5 or 6 rows back for 10, 15 laps. So it's not implausible that these guys can't do it, but there is a lot of movement in those lines, guys.
I think just having a steady wheel tonight, making sure that you're predictable and not in that spot where you're going to get a little bit of net code or. You have a driver overheating right now, though, as they go 3 wide, 4th row back.
Yeah, you'll probably see that outside line fall back now because I think he was one of the ones that was kind of keeping it where it was at. They wouldn't never really formed up tight
the
up there.
block.
So.
Big
That was
bump.
some crazy movement out there.
Killing that outside line, coming back down, 3 wide in the back still.
Well, these guys are doing pretty good at keeping it in, but man, there it goes, and somebody just went around in the back right there.
Auction's out.
We're gonna
he
go
went
ahead
up on
and
his roof.
take a look at that. I think that was the number 990 of Handley.
Gosh, that was.
Was that a blowover?
I don't know.
Oh, and it looked like it might have involved his teammate.
82.
82 claims it.
Looks like he did go up on his roof. Oh man, he flipped like
80
twice.
82 came up the track and into the 90.
Well, it looks like
90
the
was just running right at that
82.
wall.
Well, if you look, the 82 actually almost got into the 99. He had to check up. He went up a little bit, bumped the 99, came up the track, and I don't think he knew the 90 was there, but he came 4 lanes wide and accidentally turned him right in. Oh, he turned him right into their other teammate of the 99, and he went over his hood. Oh, my. That is insane.
Yeah, it's a really weird one. It seems like the 51 checked up a little early for the turn, and the 99 and 82 just weren't expecting it.
Are they all teammates, or are they?
They
just,
are.
is that-
Well, the 3 that had
They are?
damage on that one were definitely.
I think they're just running each other's paint schemes. I don't think the 82 is on a team with them. I think the 99 and 90 they joined in last week for Texas. I think they got one more car out there, but I think they because Gallman was running the paint scheme last week as well.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, you're right. I'm not saying necessarily they're on teams, but they,
Same
I'm
design
pretty
car.
sure they race together. Yeah. Sorry, no implications implied. My bad. So that's gonna put Ashley up in the lead with Smith right behind him. Aaron Yancey is gonna fill that 3rd spot. Scott Yancey is gonna fill that 4th spot, and in the 5th spot is gonna leave Hayes. And that's going to be our first caution here tonight at Daytona with 42 laps still to go and a stage here at 25. So what do you guys do? You taking tires off? You don't want no tires. You don't want no peeling of the windshield or any of that. Anything else you guys are doing out here as far as fuel wise, or just pump as much as you can and go?
Under
Flash
caution,
that fluid. Go.
under caution, you're just putting fuel in here. You're not doing anything else but fuel. Under green flag pit stops, you're definitely getting the left or right side set and full fuel.
Yeah, but at 67 degrees though.
I'd
It's a
get
full
right
pack.
sides. I get right sides. I want to be able to grip on that on that pit road coming out of the pits.
Yeah, but if you're wearing those white rims, you shouldn't have to do that, right?
No, that's for sure. I missed that opportunity in Michigan.
Yeah, I seen that. We were actually talking about that in the booth. We seen Barrow with the white rims out there leading laps, and we're like, wait, Hanneman don't have white rims.
I would have led more laps if I had the white wheels on. That's for sure.
Telling you.
Yeah, I think for me it kind of depends. If I'm trying to keep my track position, I'm gonna pit once. I'm gonna go fuel only. But I usually like to try and come in and top off. And if I'm gonna do that, then I'll just wait and take tires on that one. Kind of give myself a chance to make that call at the last second, whether the track position's worth topping off. Because there's nothing worse than being at a track like Daytona and your teammates say, okay, I've got 5 laps to go, let's pit in 5 laps. And you look down and realize you got 4.5 and you're not going to make it.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Well, then you're telling your team that we're pitting 4.5, not 5, brother.
I mean, I guess it depends on how good of a teammate you got.
Well,
back when Ellswick and I were we were pit stop buddies, we weren't on a team, but he said 3 laps and he pitted in 2. I don't know if he did it on purpose or not.
Well, the lights are off the pace car, ladies and gentlemen. We are double file. About to go green flag again. Hopefully for the last time tonight. These guys are doing a great job out there, but that last incident was pretty damaging to 3 of those vehicles. I'm hoping they were able to get that damage fixed without using the fast repair if possible, because there is a lot of racing to go still.
Well, the 82 didn't come into pits, and he was involved with that accident, so I don't think he got any damage at all.
Really?
Yeah, he probably
stayed
didn't get
out.
much.
He's in
Well-
the back now because he claimed the caution, but he never came in the pits.
Hey,
Yeah.
maybe he didn't think it was bad enough. I know a lot of people have the trackers and stuff that tell them how much damage their vehicle has, or the crew chiefs and stuff like that. So maybe it didn't tell him he had a whole lot of damage. So we can go take a look at the 82 and see if we can see
mean,
any
that
damage.
That truck rolled right over his hood, so
I'm telling you, man, that was
I have a
crazy.
little bit.
It looks like he's got a couple brush marks on that right front side, but it does not look like he has a whole lot of damage on that truck at all. I can see the front fender on the right side is pushed in a little bit, but that's about it.
And I'm not really sure why you would do that either, especially if you're dropping to the back already. That's kind of a lost opportunity. The top 4 drivers and the 82 are all 7 laps shorter on fuel than the rest of the field.
Oh, yeah, that's also true. Well, we'll see how that comes into play. Maybe they're hoping for that late caution or something. But we are back green flag.
Yeah, it really sets up Gallman to become the leader here in about 20 laps or 15 laps or so, and take those stage points whenever all these other guys have to pit.
Yeah, that's
Well, what
also
could
very
happen here
true.
too is Gallman could get in the lead here, and everyone could be just sitting behind Gallman because he's got the most fuel, and then they can make that last lap pass for the stage points. A little bit of strategy going involved here as well.
Yeah, and I wish I could see all their fuel calculators.
Yeah, 15 laps stage.
You
Yeah,
said it
maybe
was
they're
what,
betting on
22 green flag laps, and they got a couple cautions in there. You might be able to make it 25 if you were saving hard.
I'm thinking they may be able to just make it, just barely.
Not if they're leading though, because that air in the front of the nose is going to really slow them down and create a lot of drag on their vehicle, which is going to use more fuel.
Yeah, but-
staying in that draft, being half throttle, you could definitely save a lot more fuel compared to the other competitors out there.
That's true, but you know what my thought process is? As soon as I start running hard and I feel like I'm not going to make it, I'm dropping back behind a few cars so I can try to save that little bit of fuel. that could be the strategy of it, is just go out there, get a couple laps of the, as the leader, and just drop back a little and save that fuel until the stage caution. The last thing they want to do is have to pit twice.
Right. And again, everyone who just pitted can make it on one more stop if we stay green the whole way.
Yeah, that's true.
That seems like a huge advantage to me.
Especially with the no caution at stage.
Being a rolling stage, yeah.
Right.
99 in the wall there, coming in the middle of 3 and 4, able to recover it quickly.
Had a little hiccup there. And I was looking at the 90 back there, the one that flipped, and he did not use his fast repair. So he's kind of just sitting in the back there.
Looks like we got that outside line filing up pretty good. Looks like Eller's on that outside line right there.
Yep.
Yeah, they are charging.
Yeah, if they ever get formed up there, they can keep pace. They can stay with the bottom line there, but it's going to take 4 or 5 people up there bumper to bumper to do it, though.
Now,
and
this
he
is the
tries to go
second
for the
time.
block out there, out front. G. Smith with the block on the outside line.
Just trying to control those lanes, make sure he gets all the points he can. Got to think too. We've already raced Daytona once this year. We raced it at the start of the year. Gallman ended up winning that race. Now this is a little shorter. It's the playoff Daytonas now.
Oh,
That was close. That was a good save.
This is what Gallman did back at the start of the year. Kind of playing near the back of the pack, trying to stay out of trouble, but looks like trouble's trying to find him right now.
He was real close to having some trouble to dodge right there with that.
yeah, for real. Looked like the 55 got in the back of the 29 or 79 there, and 79 was able to just barely keep hold of it.
Yeah. 79 just was moving around a little bit, and it looked like 55 was coming up for a bump, but he didn't get out of it in time not to hit him awkward.
Well, it looks like we still got some big chargers on the outside right there. Now we got 4 deep, and they're getting to a little bit closer to each other, so they're maintaining that speed. That's going to push that 69 just barely out in front of the 79. 99 needs to stay in line if they want to catch that speed. He keeps peeking out to the outside like that, and they're going to lose the momentum to the inside line.
Temps are a huge factor too, though. As you saw, the who was it? The 90 car of, I think that was Hanley. He was getting a little hot on the outside, trying to push the leader there last before the caution came out. So definitely trying to just
90.
manage your temps.
The 90 was the one that was on his roof, that caution.
And as that outside line lost a guy dipping into that inside line, they're going to be single file. They're not really like pushing each other around the track either.
Everyone's really in a bubble right now, just arrow pushing each other.
Yeah.
Well, like we said in the beginning, we didn't expect them to be super duper aggressive right here in the beginning of the race. They haven't even hit the first stage caution yet. Or, I mean, the first stage, rolling stage anyway. And I didn't expect, like, too much. But without another caution, those guys are definitely in the back are going to have to keep up if they want to be able to hold the light to anybody up front.
Yeah, they got about 7 laps to go to the stage points.
G. Smith is pitting in. Hanley's pitting in.
Flipping it. No, too soon to flip it.
I think so, too.
We got guys pitting in.
Notification came out.
Leader's pitting.
Leader's pitting in this time by. So was T. Hanley. Oh,
Looks
he's
like
Oh, contact with a 69 to 55.
90. He's almost spinning out on pit road. He's saving it though.
he still has damage, I think.
He's got a black flag, probably for speeding in pits.
And yes, Hanley did get a black flag.
That's not going to be good for the 79.
The one that went in with him. There was 3 that went in, right? No, he missed the pits. That's
Two
what
of
it
them
was.
went in.
2
Smith
went in
and
came
Smith
out.
and Hanley.
Looked like he was going to go in with him, but he changed his mind, or either couldn't get slowed down in time. Had to stay out.
Hanley's currently serving that black flag right now.
There you
He's go 1 lap down because of it.
Yep. He's probably going to get the rest of his repairs too.
Yeah, I definitely would.
And then hope for the lucky dogs, and then some cautions.
Yeah, we're gonna have to ask somebody in a post-race interview what that pit timing's all about.
Maybe they know something
Yeah.
we don't know.
What are
I know
they
we
getting
have-
on?
I'm saying I
fuel?
wanna ask them because I don't know how
Does
that's
anybody
gonna
know what
work
they're
out.
getting on fuel? A fuel run?
22 laps of fuel. That's what we're getting last night in the practice race.
Yeah, I don't know. That's right at stage. So if they didn't pit at the beginning, they still had plenty of laps to go.
So Hanley coming out of pits right now. He's 2 laps down.
Got 5 laps to the stage. I wonder if you see Gallman making a push here pretty soon to.
Well, he's got Simmons behind him too, and Walter's on the outside
think
line.
Do you think he tries to fight for stage points, or does he just try to save it to the end to get the most, out of a win?
Another calm from a driver, 98, pitting this time by.
That's a lot of pitting before the stage. And that's a decent amount of fuel right there because the stage won't come out for another, 6 laps? 5
They're hoping
laps?
for caution. Oh, 55 was a little loose coming into the pits.
Oh, big shot. They saved it. They're all
89.
together.
$29 laps to go. Josh Eller, the 69, is now our leader, with the 99 behind him of Justin Potts. Walters followed up in that 3rd spot right there, though. He's doing good.
Hmm.
24 shot out towards that outside wall right there.
Yeah, it kind of breaks that top line up a little bit because you can get down there and side draft and get towards the end there and get some stage points. But he's gonna have to get low to that line to do it though. It gets sketchy down there that low. That close.
67 of Moonin, or said it
Modern.
wrong. Monin and Hayes pitting this time by as well.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize so many people didn't pit on that caution.
Well, I think Monin did. It seems like if anything, he's coming in to support a teammate, maybe.
Okay.
The 82, because the 82 hadn't pitted, but Monin had.
You got Potts jumping to the outside there.
And now the 24 is the only truck that has not pitted yet.
Well, and you got Walter behind Eller. Walter's used to Eller. He's been out on the track with him before. We've seen him push him before, so most likely he's just going to sit back there and try to keep him up front.
Oh, they're going 3 wide in the back.
Oh, they were.
24
Yeah,
is
Yancey
left
back
out.
there.
He running
Definitely
fuel?
I think so. Looks
Like
like
I
it.
said, he was the last one.
You got sucker hold there. I didn't expect him to pit this time by.
Yeah, he's definitely coming in right now.
Is he pitting in a closed pit?
I don't think so.
There's
turn
no
closed.
caution, so
lap
it's closed.
before state, or no, never mind.
That's just
I
cup
was
series.
in
Cup
another
series.
I saw that was in a different series.
No,
back.
because they have a rolling stage, so
24.
25 coming on 26.
He must have went in speeding. He got a black flag.
Oof.
Yancey did.
Yeah.
That is terrible. I was hoping
Oh,
he was
it's your
gonna
new
be able to-
leader.
Yep, Gallman right behind him.
Lap traffic coming up though.
Yeah, you got the 79 down low there.
Oh, blocking
gets
the
down.
69 of Eller a little bit there. That was dangerous. Oh, and we got to spin the 5. Oh, Wilson into the 5, into that lap traffic down there.
Another
That
roll.
brings out the caution.
So that was, we'll call that stage.
That stage, yep.
Well,
You don't
They
have
got
to call
their
it
caution
stage, right?
for stage
It'll just
anyway.
happen.
the lights are out on the track, right?
Wreckage has cleared up in the trial for 6598. Wreckage has cleared up.
Yeah, it looks like they're all slowing down. We're going to go ahead and have one more caution.
That would be the stage because the caution came out.
Yeah, it was rolling stage. Caution came out. They're going to come around here at lap 26, and end of lap 25 would be the stage.
Drivers, that would be stage. Pot, Gallman, Kiernan, and Eller.
Yeah, I think the winners on that are going to be the 55 of Ashley and 98 of Yancey because they were losing time and about to get lapped just like the 79 did there.
Oh, the 71 spins.
Heads up.
Yeah, it looks like Brad Wilson tapped the back of the 5. He went sideways into that lap traffic and then right back out in front of Brad. Oh, he went upside down. Hughes flipped his truck over. Looks like it's still running. Wilson makes contact with that outside wall as well, so he's going to have a good amount of damage on the front of that.
Yeah, I know you're looking at the replay right now, but there was an issue for Gallman under caution.
Really?
And it looked like as they were collecting up the pace, it was almost like he got out of gear or something, couldn't get back in it, and then shoved it in gear and spun it around. Sounds like he thought he was waiting for the pace car, but
Yeah, I'm taking a look now.
he gunned it.
Oh, yeah. That's crazy.
I'm not sure if iRacing's going to give him those positions back or not. It looks like not.
Really? That is crazy. That's the first time I've actually seen him do something like that out there. Well, that is going to be fortunate for Kyle Simmons because Simmons is now going to be the leader of our race here at Daytona.
I think he's pitting now too.
Oh, he is, yeah. I think he still might come out. Nope. Looks like Potts might come out our leader. Yep. Yeah, Potts is going to be the new leader. With Kiernan right behind him. It looks like Gallman, Yancey and Gallman coming out. Oh, Gallman's slipping back a little bit. Might be Eller. Yeah, it looks like they came out. Potts, Kiernan, Yancey, Eller, and Walter.
I think you had your fuel number exactly right, Hanneman. Because a couple trucks went 20, Hayes went 22, and Yancey tried to go 23 and did not make it. He was coasting in.
Yeah, it really depends how much you save too. I was able to get I was able to get 23 laps last night in our practice race. So I know 22 is your safe number for sure, but if you're leading, you're only going to get 21. So definitely some strategy going on, that's for sure.
And you've got that extra pace lap at the beginning of the race too.
I'm sure there's a few people that are going to take advantage of that last caution. And this is definitely going to shake up the standings a little bit.
Yeah, I was expecting that. Can't work it out.
I'm glad we're on the same page, and I apologize just right now.
Aaron Yancey is out in the lead right now.
Yeah, he pitted on lap 20, so he's got 6 laps for, older tires and older fuel here.
That's
If
significant.
I were him, I would have come in because I think, if you're smart here, you can stretch it to the end.
Oh, easily. I think easily
Yeah.
you'd be able to.
That caution's a little post-race review.
Well, here we are again. Pace car lights are off. They're about to go green flag racing. Aaron Yancey of the 98 is going to be on the inside. You got Justin Potts on the outside. Eller is going to be right behind. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to ask Kahneman. Nobody claimed.
Yeah, did
Nobody claimed that one, no.
Okay. All right. Well, we will go to deliberation on that after the race. But these guys are about to put on a show for the last 23 laps here at Daytona.
Ten cars on the lead lap.
Hanley was able to get one of those laps back. Everyone now is 1 lap down if they're on the lead lap, so definitely going to be a good race here. People will be racing for Lucky Dog. People will be racing for points. Going green this time by.
Well,
Pace car coming in.
It shows Smith, Monin, Scott Yancey, Hayes, and Handley all laps down. Here we go, guys. Green flag. 98 getting a big jump out there. 99 and 51 can't even hold a light to it, but we know getting a big jump at these super speedways can be a bad thing.
9 times out of 10, it is.
You got that line pushing up behind you. Oh, they're getting pretty close. 99 and 51.
He saved it.
We got somebody coming out of the pits now.
We got Fontaine in the booth here with us as well.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
Mr. Fontaine, how are we doing today?
Doing pretty well. How about yourself?
Oh, we're getting there. Just 22 laps to go here at Daytona. These guys have been putting on a hell of a show for us tonight, and the minimal damage, we'll say.
Man, they're getting tight in tri-oval.
Side drafting.
Well, at this point, guys, my main goal is to not lose any draft that I currently have, because if you do at this point...
67 was able to hold on to that draft by the hair of his chinny chin chin. He just got back up here to him from 2 laps
The
ago.
next question is, when are they all going to come down pit road? They all going to come together? 2 by 2?
That's going to be important for them to do that. I mean, you don't want to be going down pit road with just 1 or 2 trucks. I mean, even 3, you're going to have to really be on point. So these guys need to try to coordinate and make sure they get down pit road together. That way they can utilize that draft and make sure they're not losing too much time when they come out.
Well, I mean, if I pit first, I wouldn't mind it being 3.
Yeah, well...
letting them others try to catch up. And then it's a whole lot easier to fight with 3 at the end than it is with a whole pack.
Yeah, I think other than the 98, everyone in the top 10 can make it without stopping. If they were saving fuel under caution and they're not overdoing it under green.
Well, and him being out front too is not helping his cause at all. He's gonna have to really start saving a little bit if he wants to have any chance of keeping up.
He's not even close. He'd have to go 30 laps to make it.
Oh, no way, really? Yeah. All right, well, that's not
he's
going to
not making
happen. That's not in the cards. He's definitely going to have to pit. But he's out there leading laps, and I think that's all that matters to him right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I do agree. I think I've always been the type of guy to go into the pits as soon as we're in the fuel window, maybe good by a lap or two, and just really push the issue. Because if guys start saving and you guys go down pit road early, you can really make up a lot of time on the field, even with just 3 trucks. So curious to see what some of these guys are going to do. I know it's coming down to the wire here, so crunch time is coming. And then also, too, a lot of time can be lost and gained coming on and off pit road. So if these guys can come in together, get organized, and have a good exit, they can make up a lot of time.
That's what I'm always battling with is when to pit and like pitting in that fuel window or just past it, and then having enough time to make it up rather than waiting to the very end. I battle with that 90% of the race.
I want to come with all my
Sometimes I make the
friends.
right decision, sometimes I don't.
If I'm going down pit road, I'm coming with all my friends. We're all going down there if we can, and we're trying to make a pass everybody if we can near the end of the race. So,
Well, and we all have the plan to do something like that, and 9 chances out of 10, that is the way it works. But always in the back of your mind, somebody might get that black flag, or somebody might hit somebody and spin somebody out on going into the pit road. So, you always got to be aware of that kind of situation as well.
well, just flashback here to Daytona in the Cup Series. It was Wilson, Herman, and myself that pit, and Herman got that black flag for speeding on pit road, and it was just Wilson and I staying in front of a pack of 7 cars, right? So definitely, it's doable with the 2 of you, but
Y'all were staying out front, but we were walking y'all down. we were coming. We just didn't have enough time.
I'm glad you mentioned that, Ray. I mean, how important is it? Let's say, for example, if we do get a team of 3 or even a team of 4 that does come down pit road a little bit early, how important is it to manage temps while still pushing the guy ahead of you to try to maintain pace? Because, I mean, as Barrow was just saying, 3 or 4 cars are going to be a lot slower than the rest of the pack. So how do you make pace while still maintaining temps to push like you need to?
well, a lot of the guys have been showing it tonight. Showing, giving that little bit of an air bubble, doing the aero pushing more than anything is huge tonight. As we had the Hanley overheated a little bit, and I think Yancey overheated a little bit. Been a lot of cars that just been trying to manage those temps, and aero pushing is honestly been helping out quite a bit, especially on that top lane tonight. So, I mean, we won't know exactly yet. Well, I guess we'll know in about 10 laps or so what's going to happen, but I'm excited for it.
Yeah, and the battle within the battle is the 79 and the 24 are both running in that outside line, and they are fighting for the lucky dog. They're the ones that are desperate to be in front right now, while everybody else can wait another 15 laps to make sure they're in front.
Well, and that's what's very tricky about a super speedway, about being a lap down, because you need to bump draft, you need to stay in the draft and stay in the pack. But the way iRacing's Lucky Dog system is, we have a pretty close self-clear up front, but the way the Lucky Dog system works here in iRacing, for you guys that are unfamiliar, is any incident point, 0x or not, that will trigger you losing the Lucky Dog. So you really got to be careful here, and especially if there's a wreck in front of you as well. You can definitely lose that Lucky Dog spot pretty easily just by bump drafting.
Yeah, I know exactly how that feels. That's what happened to me at Michigan. I was 1 lap down. I had to run to second stage until I got my lap back because of having some minor contact under for the caution.
It looks like that 98 just dropped back.
The other thing playing out is those 2 lap cars are pushing their way to the lead, and you'd think the 24 wouldn't want to push him, but if he's out in front, 79 gets his lap back naturally, and the 24 becomes the lucky dog.
Wait a minute. Over the comms, 90 said he's pitting this time by.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, well, and that's what I was going to mention too with those lap cars getting up front. If you're the guy in first or in second, you're honestly not too upset about that because you can tuck
3
behind
going
him
in now.
time.
3 going in now in the pits.
Yeah, those are all lap down cars that didn't pit under the last caution. They had to.
I don't see any black flags. It's like clean pit entry for all 3 drivers there. So viewers, as you're watching this, the 69 of Eller is currently leading, battling with Yancey on the outside line, but the 2 cars in the front are both cars that are a lap down. That's going to be the 79 of Smith and the 24 of Yancey. Oh, inside.
79 gets pushed out. Yep, he's going in.
Yancey brothers up front.
The 24 a lap down in that lucky dog position. The 98 leading.
Gallman's back there. Gallman's been kind of chilling back there, not doing. He's kind of staying out.
Well, and two, I mean, the 24 getting in front of the 98 is going to help the 98 on fuel here just a little bit as well. So honestly, if you're in the 24 or the 98, you're kind of both in the best positions you can possibly be in. The 24 get the lucky dog, and the 98 able to tuck behind and save fuel as he gets a little bit of a bump there coming into turn 3. But honestly, this is the best situation here for the 98.
And this also helps out Smith too, because if the 24 stays out front and the caution comes out, Smith is now the lucky dog.
That is true. Yeah, that's another layer of that. So coming to line, 12 to go here. We'll see what happens. See, though, that bottom line, I mean, those top 3 cars or trucks in this case are pretty close, but got a pretty big gap there to the 00 on the inside. So, I mean, you really want to try to get hooked up, and there we go. The 99 takes the space.
Oh, and he pops back out immediately.
Look at that side draft by himself.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to clear them all, though.
Through. He would have if the other truck would have got up behind him, but he does drop down low as well. Going to leave the 91 out there by himself.
Well, and see, I mean, if the 51 can close the gap here, he can trap 99. The 99 on the outside, and it's going to be a lot harder for him to get back in line, and he's going to fall to the tail end of this line. But it looks like the 51 is leaving the space, though, so Potts will jump down back in line for now.
Well, it looks like they're probably going to wind up following this single line for a while until they can find somebody to jump out with them.
You got to think everybody's in save mode, too.
Yeah,
especially
definitely.
This 98. He's got about 3 or 4 laps before he's going to have to pit.
Green flag pit stops.
10 to go.
I'm excited.
Walter's up there in 5th. He's doing a great job. It looks like we had somebody just jump out 99 out on the outside again, trying to use that side draft to get up in front.
Kieran in P4 right now as well.
Yeah, here's another question for you. Here's another question. If you're coming down pit road with a group this size, do you gamble trying to take a little bit of extra fuel just in case we do have a late race caution?
Definitely.
I would definitely be gambling on that.
Because someone's going to spin out, most likely someone's going to spin out in front of you. Especially with how pit road is. It was very loose yesterday in the practice.
Oh, 3 wide. The 98 the 69.
He holds on to it.
He almost
wow. Wow.
No caution.
No caution.
No caution.
Off the racing surface.
I got into number 98.
Yeah, that's going to be detrimental for Aaron Yancey in the 98 Toyota.
Well, he needed to pit anyway.
Not like he didn't want to do it like that, I'm sure.
I mean, let's go going from bad to worse.
Yeah, so Justin Potts, your net leader right now. A big gap, though. Not getting any help from the 51 here. That's going to hurt his fuel mileage even more. So he might end up having to take even extra fuel than the guys riding in line behind him. So we'll see if Potts is able to cycle back out to the lead once they come down for green flag pit stops.
Well, like I said, I think that Potts has been pretty aggressive at the front. He might need to stop. A lot of these guys have been saving single file this run. I don't think they're coming down.
Well, and like we talked about in the beginning of the race, Gallman is just sitting back there, and I'm looking. It's looking like he might be trying to snipe it with fuel.
Oh, they're making a run though on the outside. Kyle Simmons leading the train on the outside line. The 99 seeing it in his mirror. Going to hop in front of this run. Will they push him or will they split him? It looks like he will get the bump, but he's going to shuffle back down. That's going to be.
If he didn't go down, he was going to take it 3 wide and go around him.
Yeah, most definitely. But he has no help there on that bottom line.
Those cars are starting to cycle out of that pit lane right now, so we'll see whether that leads everybody out to shuffle into the pack. But it looks like they're going to be a couple laps down for the end of the race, or at least a whole lap.
Simmons and Gallman making a power move on the outside now. A little bit of contact in the back stretch.
There it is. Right into that wall right there. It looks like they are still caution free.
Staying straight.
Wilson taking a bunch of damage there.
Just got into the side of Potts. That puts Gallman in second.
Yeah, Wilson's got a meatball.
2 leaders now taken out.
I'm going to go back and just take a look and see what happened. That was pretty crazy, actually. Unfortunately, I didn't want it to happen like that. But we will see what's going on. Looks like the 71 went out, and the 99 came up a little bit into Wilson, and they both just went right into that outside wall. It looked like the move from the 71, the 99 might have tried to follow him, maybe, possibly, and didn't see the 89 up there, but that is unfortunate for both drivers. Let's hope they're able to get that fixed.
It kind of looked like they just both went for the same spot at the same moment. It was open when they looked and closed before they got there.
And that's how fast things happen here on the super speedways. I mean, these guys are flying around Daytona anywhere up to 188 to 190 mile an hour. So split-second decisions here are very important. These top two trucks, though, Simmons and Gallman, getting hooked up really nicely here, starting to pull away from the rest of the field as well. Trying to just make this a two-horse race.
Well, with that green flag staying out after all that damage on the track, it's really going to separate everybody.
51 pitting this time by.
24 is still out there in the running as well. It looks like he's going to be a lap or so down. Looks like he's only one lap down. Oh, they're both going in.
They're both in now.
He was cruising in that lucky dog position, but I don't think he had enough fuel to make it.
Simmons and Gallman up front right now, just out there pushing hard. Looks like they're going to try to make it a two-person win, like you guys said.
Yeah, I mean, they're pulling a little bit. I mean, you can see the two trucks behind them not quite on each other as close as these two are, so they're really looking to try to make some headway here and try to gain any bit they can hit that they can. Looks like 5 making his call that he's going to be going down pit road this time by.
Well, if Ashley can get up behind him.
Oh,
You said Walt's
he's
pitting?
Walter pitting this time by.
Oh, man.
Ooh, that's just 19 laps. Wasn't saving enough.
Wonder if Gallman and Simmons have to pit too.
Are they pushing it to the very end, or are they going?
Walt's spinning. Walt's in the grass.
Walt's in the grass.
Oh, did he lose it going in?
He kind of overcorrected, fishtailing back and forth on pit entry and got in the grass a little bit.
I wonder if he got a
Didn't
black
hit
flag
anything.
for that.
No black flag on standings right now.
Awesome. Well, that's good to hear, but with only 4 laps left, I don't know what that means for the 00 coming back out, but it looks like Kyle Simmons and Kenneth Gallman are pushing their way to victory.
And let's not forget, these two were kind of riding around in the back of the pack, so maybe they were able to save just enough. And now, I mean, if you look back, you've got 15 seconds on the closest car who's riding solo, so these two can still continue to back it down and still make time on the rest of the field. If they play this smart, they may be able to make it to the end and battle it out just between these two.
Well,
there's a third truck there is Ashley. He's right
Ashley
there,
popped out of nowhere, and
yes,
if you guys look,
yeah.
they got a gap on each other. They're not coming anywhere near each other. They're definitely saving.
Yeah, I've been riding along with Ashley trying to get a look at the leaders. He is lifting a lot. So I'm not sure if everybody's saving as hard as he is, but that's why he's not able to catch up to them like you'd expect in the draft.
Now we have a little bit of traffic ahead. Yeah, you get 3 laps, I think, with a meatball to come down. So he's probably just trying to ride out and make sure.
He just didn't use it. I see he's got his fender back on. Or no, he don't either, does he?
Well, this is really going to help the 74, though, able to tuck in line here and get this draft. That's going to help. We'll see if he elects to make the pass or if he's just going to tuck in behind. But, again, the 00.
Yeah, the 55 has really lost them now. He's saving heavy, so it is just going to be those 2 trucks.
You see the flames coming out of the 71 as he's out of
the gas. I don't know if he's sputtered or if he's clutching, but yeah, he's way off pace. I'm on board with him now, and that engine was cut off, so he's mega saving.
Yeah, you got Gallman at 143.
There we go.
Out.
They all are. 74
Ashley is
dropping
coming up
back.
on both of them.
Simmons dropping back hard.
Are they all out of fuel?
I think they're all saving fuel.
I think they're all saving big time.
I mean, they've already made 22 laps.
They're going in turn 4 at 156.
It looks to me like they're doing pace speed. That's crazy.
They're doing 150 right now. 140 Gallman is off of turn 4.
The furthest we've seen is one of the Yancey brothers did a 23-lapper coasting into the pits.
Here, right?
This is why you got to watch out for pops, though. They're only 35 seconds behind.
Yeah, this is going to get real interesting. If the pack catches them, they're definitely going to have no choice to pick up. But even if they do pick up, they're not going to have enough momentum to stay ahead. So they've made their bed now. They're going to see if they can make it around.
Chad,
Ashley pulling ahead a little bit.
Ashley's taking the front.
Yeah, the pack is 25 seconds back now.
Yeah, Pat crossing the start-finish line now. Leaders on the backstretch. It's going to be close.
That's insane that it played out like this. Yeah, but somebody can still run out of gas.
Yeah.
I think she might win.
This is a first for me. I've never seen
20 seconds
clutching at Daytona on green flag laps.
Oh, man.
I think Oh, no. Simmons
takes it. Ashley runs out of gas. I bet he ran out of gas.
No
way.
Gallman to second.
Did he merit the line?
He did. Gallman got him at the line.
He did.
Wow.
By 2/100ths.
Kyle Simmons takes home the win here at Daytona on a fuel win. That is nuts. I thought Ashley had that, man. I swore he had it.
If you'd have told me there'd be an exciting finish at Daytona at 70 miles an hour, I would have called you a liar.
I mean, fuel saving maybe, but fuel saving like that again, that's a first for me.
That
I'm ready
was
for the
insane.
interview. I want to hear how
Yeah.
all 30 of them. I want to hear it.
Same. All right, guys, we will be right back with our driver interviews. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you in a moment. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with our driver interviews here at Daytona after the race. Wow, an amazing finish here at Daytona. Fuel strategy coming around for the last lap. Looked like everybody on the whole track was out of fuel. Very exciting finish. You guys did an amazing job. What's going through your mind? And walk us through that last bit of the race.
Oh, is that with me? Oh, man. That was crazy. We had enough fuel for a while, and then we ran in clean air, and I was running out quick, so I started killing it. Caught Walt for a little bit. He's a saint. Ran behind him, and then decided to kick it on. And figured I'd rather have the momentum than the fuel, you know.
Well, you guys were only doing 150 miles an hour.
So slow, yeah. I didn't know what to do.
It looked like pace speed from the booth. I'm not gonna lie. It looked like you guys were moving that slow, but I'll tell you, an exciting finish nonetheless. Thank you for coming out here and taking the win at Daytona and putting on a show. Is there anybody you'd like to thank for tonight's race?
Yeah, I want to thank Gallman and Brad. We were running together so well, and I want to thank Walt helping me out, and I want to thank Dusty's Paint Booth for my beautiful paint scheme, and Myron Elkins, new album coming out soon, and that's thank you, everybody. I appreciate you guys always. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always a pleasure to see you out there on the track doing so well. Back in the winner's circle again. Simmons, thank you again for performing and putting on a show.
Thank you, guys.
Absolutely. As we move on to our second place driver, again, it could have been anybody at the end. Gallman comes and takes it at the last second at the line, takes it away from Ashley. Gallman, what's going through your mind and what happened out there?
Yeah, I was playing the points game tonight. Do I want to win? Absolutely. But pole, stage, stuff like that really matters at this point in time. And I don't know where Ashley sits in points, but I know he's right there. My goal was to finish in front of him. So I don't know how we calculated it to the 100th foot to the finish, but I was sputtering there right there at the end, trying to shake it to get it to go. So, but man, that was fun. That was such a blast.
Well, and again, coming out here and almost taking another win for your record here at GEC is amazing thing to see, even coming in second. Obviously, you're going to be our point leader going into the next playoff race. After these standings, I'm not sure how things are going to shake out, but I still think you're going to be up there. What's your thoughts going into the next race?
I'm prepared for Iowa. I'll put it to you that way.
All right. Well, we expected as much.
Championship on the mind.
Yeah, I've run probably about 400 laps this week at Iowa. I didn't touch Daytona once, so that's where I want to. That's where I want to focus with Iowa and Phoenix. This one right here was kind of a flip of the coin, and I almost screwed it up for myself on one of those caution laps, thinking I was waiting on the pace car, and then went to hit the gas to go, and I was in first. So, glad I didn't hit anybody there. That was terrible.
Nah, well, and again, great job coming out here. Still the point leader going into the championship, and always a pleasure to see you out on the track, man. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Anybody you'd like to thank for tonight's race?
For sure, I'd like to thank Ray and StreetLimit. We get to run these colors. I mean, it's fun to run with these guys. Bradley and myself, and Simmons was out there helping us as well. We kind of had to do something to keep us in a 3-car kind of deal. It was going to be difficult with just 2, so I'm glad he was open to working with us. I want to thank Simmons for that. I want to thank my BDRN brothers. BDRN. I had to do that, guys. I did. Laugh and Llama Raps. I was glad to get back in the Laugh and Llama Rap car today, or truck. Sorry. My dad, my wife, my son, and the good Lord above for making it all possible.
Well, thank you again so much for coming out, and we look forward to seeing you out there in the Victory Circle next week.
Thank you so much. You guys have a good one.
Absolutely. And we're going to go ahead and move on to our third but not last driver, Ashley, almost coming out, clutching the win, running out of gas right there at the end, man. Walk us through what happened. It looks like we might have some technical issues with Ashley at the moment.
He's speechless.
Speechless.
Cat got your tongue.
Oh, and he just went live with a camera, so it looks like he's trying to fix his microphone. Not the first time we've had a microphone issue before. Hopefully we can get that corrected here soon. All right. He might have to join us next week in the booth to discuss this interview, just to make sure he gets to speak his mind. But it does look like some technical issues are inhibiting him from speaking at the moment. So we will get to you, Ashley, I promise, and bring you up so you can have your interview next week before the race next week. So sorry that we couldn't get to you this week, buddy, but we will get to you. Guys, we appreciate everybody that showed up tonight. We appreciate everybody that came out and watched here at Daytona for GEC NASCAR, and we will see you all next week.